you might notice a more visible law enforcement presence.
The main focus is to decrease the amount of crime and also to make visitors, citizens feel safe in their neighborhood as they want to shop for the holiday season.
The Cook County Sheriff's Office tackling retail theft head on. Historically, this segment of crime has taken a back seat to violence. But with more prime retail space going unleased, Sheriff Tom Dart felt like it was time to step in.
This area is the economic engine for the city of Chicago. It just is. And there's also hard data that was showing the vacancy rate was going in the wrong direction. And then from talking to the business owners, there was fear. And so this was very critical. It was at a crisis point.
Part of the strategy is simply showing a greater presence. But for each officer you see on the streets, there are more behind the scenes tracking reported crimes, analyzing the layout of businesses, and developing a network of communication.
Building that community between us and law enforcement has been really spectacular.
Anthony Ullman is the GM of a luxury clothing brand and says the collaboration is making a difference for his business and for shoppers.
The customers have been coming back and they're saying this feels nice. It feels good. The biggest thing I think we've worked on the street was to create an environment where people feel comfortable leaving with bags.
It's downtown. You know, a lot can happen. Like somebody can just walk past. They can snatch this now and it do make me feel better to know the sheriff's like right there.
From January to November of this year, Sheriff Dart says they've seen a 32% drop in crimes involving retailers along the Mag Mile and in River North, compared to the same time period last year.
We're making tons and tons of arrests down here. Tons of arrests, getting guns off of people in this area as well. But the big thing was to build that confidence in the business community that we are taking this really serious.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe, like, comment down below. I would appreciate it. I wanted to jump on here and talk about the new law that was passed for Chicago, mainly Illinois, and it is a law that focuses on crime that is mainly done by kids that are under 20 years old. So to me, in my opinion, it's targeting these kids. And can't nobody tell me different, because when I look up the arrest records of petty stuff that these kids are doing, they are young, and it's a lot of them. So this law that was changed after Kim Foxx left, they wanted to pass this law quickly, and nobody really knows about this law. Now, the next video I'm about to show you is talking about the new law. Please tell somebody about this if you're visiting Chicago, if you are living in Chicago, if you are thinking about moving to Chicago, because this law is very important and it will have a huge effect on people that are less than 20 years old. Or it can have a huge effect on homeless people too. Well, yeah, huge on homeless people. And children that does not have, things at home that they need. If you don't want to share the video, please tell somebody, because this law is going to affect a lot of people, especially struggling kids, homeless people, hungry kids, hungry people. It's going to affect them tremendously. So watch the video and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Getting tougher on crooks who steal from Chicago stores. That's one of the first missions laid out by new Cook County State's Attorney Eileen O'Neill Burke.
She's dropping $1,000 threshold, the threshold to make retail theft cases a felony, to $300. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina tells us what this change means for Chicago.
The change in how retail theft cases are charged is music to the ears of small business owners like this one. He tells me all thefts hurt, but this should help.
You've seen the problem, the aftermath, and the loss all on video.
with theft across the city at a high we haven't seen since 2019.
Support the Constitution.
The newly sworn in Cook County State's Attorney Eileen O'Neill Burke is doing away with the $1,000 threshold for a felony retail theft charge. Her office telling us, effective now, quote, the state's attorney's office will be following state law, which sets the threshold for charging retail theft as a felony at $300. A felony charge means harsher penalties.
It's going to help all business.
That's Dave Garfield of Garfield's Beverage Warehouse.
Certain products we only put so much on the shelf because we know they're specifically targeted.
All too familiar with retail theft.
$300 is a few bottles nowadays, so that definitely makes a big difference.
Garfield, the voice of small retailers across Cook County, according to Rob Carr, with the Illinois Retail Merchants Association.
More strenuous approach on crime will discourage those, as you've noted and documented so well over the years. Organized retail crime has become far more violent and confrontational and damaging.
So what will this really change? We looked closer, going over the state's attorney's numbers from Kim Fox's 8 years in office. Their numbers show arrest rates for any kind of theft low. 7% in Cook County, and by the time those cases got into the Office for Felony Review at Fox's $1,000 level threshold, only 44% were approved for charges countywide, only 35% in Chicago. Moving to prosecution, we only saw 3,704 guilty verdicts countywide in 8 years when it comes to theft.
Nice to see that the prosecutor is paying attention to little things like this and looking out for small business.
Because at the end of the day, it's not a little thing to you.
Absolutely not.
For CBS News Chicago, I'm Tara Molina.